Welcome to this look at a colossal amount of mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday the 18th of June. They've done it again. No mods yesterday, today. Insane. Madness, mad mods, mad packs, loads of stuff. 2 maps on console. Updates: the map Burgenlandkreis by Nop82 and Otti Patel No Modding has had an update that says a new save game is not required. La Coronea by ER Shaba says a new save is required. We've got, please work, Butchern by Carla. Again, if I said that wrong, I do apologise. A new save is required. Corinthia by Black Pat Modding. A new save is required. We've got the Bison Gigant by Deus Volt. The Class Zerion 2500-3000 series by Bartek and Cosmos. The Feed Mixer Wagons by Bartson V3. That's a complete overhaul. I think that mod came out, it says 2 years ago, and 7 new implements. I think it was 7 have been added. The Log Bunk by AW Modding ABP Team. The Pack of Canisters by Caspio. The Barn with Pigsty by 750 Ti Modding. The House and Shed by Zero Oito. And the Universal Crusher by Empro Loop have all had updates. In front of me, we've got the Old Polish Garage. This is by Young Sienek SM Modding. 7.99 megabytes download, 7 slots, 17,500 to buy. Build mode and sheds is where you will find it. Really nicely detailed, really nicely weathered. Double door opening just here, single door opening just here. It's like the rust and weathering on the hinges. It's brilliant. No lighting, fairly small shed. That's the Old Polish Garage by Young Sienek SM Modding. Next to that, we have got the Barn Cowshed. I'm going to say this now. I will make a mistake at some point today. There are so many mods and so many options on some of the mods. The Barn Cowshed by 750 Ti Modding. 20.67 megabytes download, 42 slots, 50,000 to buy. It will hold 40 cows. Build mode, animals, and cows is where you'll find it. Out on the end there, slot count will come down to 2. There's no colour option on this. We do have various different doors that open, as you can see. We've got a milk parlour section just here, so for taking our milk out it's done here. We do have lighting, light switches on the walls, like so. Doorway that comes through. Feed dialogue box is just here. Feed and bedding trigger is actually just inside the door. I got it to work, but along here. Double doors that open at the back. You need to put a manure heap in, but that's what these are. Whether they're still for that, but originally that would have dragged slurry and stuff out and muck and stuff out to store. And then next to that we've got the garage portion. 3 double doors. Drive through. Again, lighting on the wall just over here. For the lighting on the garage side of the cow barn. There we go. That's the Barn Cowshed by 750 Ti Modding. Next to that we've got the medium Chicken Coop. This is by gamerhzsFSH. 4.5 megabytes download, 18 slots, 7,500 to buy. Will hold 100 chickens. Also under build mode, under animals. Chickens out on the end there. Slot count will come down to 1. Really nicely made, nicely detailed. I love the fact we got little gateways and fence posts, and it's got a really nice feel to it. Feed trigger at the front here. Egg pallets will spawn at the front here. Dialogue box for our chickens is just there. Okay, it does open, so you can go inside as well if you want to. There's no lighting inside, but again, the weathering on this, the attention to detail, stunning. I mean, look at that little window propped open at the back. Brilliant. That's the medium Chicken Coop by gamerhzsFSH. Next we've got these. This is the Field Barn package. This is by Hellraiser. 11.82 megabytes download. We've got 8 slots, 5 slots and 6 slots. These you'll find under silos. As you can see, that one's got straw in it. This one is for hay. Field Barn 1 for hay. Now it does say, if we go into here and we go to our silos and we roll out to those buildings, these say at the bottom 150,000 litres. They're not, they're 100,000 litres. In the description it says 100, there it says 150, but they are 100. Only 5 grand each for those first 2. 5,500 for Field Barn 2, which is this one here. This is bale and pallet storage. 1,056 pieces that one will hold. Don't know where it holds them. TARDIS-like, and then 5,500 for that one. That will do 792 pieces. When you've put in, you get your pile like that of 100,000 litres, and then taking out, you just drive over to it, click on it, and it will start to unload. So that's the first two, hay and straw, and then bale and pallet storage. If you've got anything in it, I've got liftable bales and standard bales from the game. If I just pick one, whatever it might be, it will bring that out. Please tell me it's the liftable. Of course it wouldn't be the liftable, would it? No. There we go. That one is. Take that over next door. In there. And this one, the actual dialogue box, or whatever you want to call it, open storage dialogue, is just there. And when it takes it out, it will put it to the side just here. That's all of those. That's the Field Barn package by Hellraiser. Next we have got the American Midwest Truck Stop. This is by ikas, 9.18 megabytes download, 24 slots on console. Colour options are available. Now it does say in the description for this that you can store crops, repair vehicles and refuel, but there's not a silo built into this. So I don't know if it just means like you can pour them on the floor, or if you've got pallets and stuff, I guess you could do. Lighting is here in the middle. So lights on the whole lot, very bright. 4 entryways, exit ways, depending on which way you look at it. Workshop triggers over the side here. I don't think these open, do they now? Lights on there as well, as you can see. And our dialogue box will work. If we come round the outside here, we've got our fuel point. This is a 35,000 litre, which you can get filled up in increments. Pay for as you wish for refueling. I think the external lights are automatic on this one, if I recall correctly. Under build mode, yeah, just there. There you go, 120 grand. Slot count comes down to 1. And there you go. We'll go all through the various different colour options. Like so. There you go. Nice sized building. The American Midwest Truck Stop by ikas. Next we've got this, the 3-sided farm. Just here. This is by Modding Association, 25.38 megabytes download, 25 slots. This will hold 36 pigs. It will hold 400,000 litres of crops, but only standard crop types. It's not a multi-fruit silo. The silo portion is on this leg. I don't know what happened with the floor here. Might be because I'd had something placed here previously. But the doors open and close if you want to use it just for storage rather than the silo. The silo is just here. I had a problem. I bought in a small trailer, quite a low trailer, and it wouldn't register that pickup tube, or the, you know, for taking something out. Just something to be aware of. You might need a slightly higher trailer. Bit of Barnum building storage dotted around. Oh, is that one open? Is that part of? Oh, it's part of that. That's why. I don't think that was for that part. This is for this part. Again, more storage space. Light switch on the wall. There we go. Turn on shed lights. We come outside. Again, a little bit more storage space. Please open. No. That's obviously with the pigs. But anyway, pig portion of the building is just here. Slurry point is just here. Dialogue box for your pigs. Now, you're only going to get small machinery in and out of here because your bedding and feed triggers are both in this section here. Very low ceiling as well. There is lighting. Come over here, like so. This door does open and close. Then you've got this door above, and that door which opens from above. Now there's no ladder or anything, but if you use something, anything you want to, you know, there are plenty of ladder mods and things, but let's try that. So up into here, we have got lighting up here as well. Turn on shed lights. So if you want to store small bales, pallets, that kind of stuff, you can, I guess. Pallets might be a little bit harder unless you've got liftable pallets. Quite a low ceiling, and that bit there, but it also has another. I haven't been able to get to that, and I'm assuming there's another loft space above it. Then we've got a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger. Now this third leg of the building, depends on which leg you're looking at, you can't go into this part of the building at all. You have got a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger on the end here. This is sort of the farmhouse portion of the building. But this you will find, where was this?
I think, was this sheds as well? Yeah, there you go, just there, sheds. I suddenly thought it was under farmhouses. It's not under animals, it's not under farmhouses, it's here under sheds. 475,000, slot count will come down from 25 to 2. You can see the crop types it will take there. Anyway, moving on from there. Oh yes, we've got this. The first part of today's insanity, bonkers mods, but I love them. This is the tools for big cranes. I've got the big crane. Now this will work with other cranes, it will work with other attachments. I'll show you that in a moment. But I've got the big crane now. This is my FS Miner, 2.72 megabytes download. We've got a base unit, which is this here. Which is this here. The base unit is 2 slots. The basket is 3 slots, and then the beam is 2 slots. These will hook up to the crane device. This you can put vehicles, machinery, trailers, pallets, whatever you want on. It has straps, so you can strap items down. You'll see the clips there. Once you clip them, the vehicle won't move, it will stay where it is. This basket, if you're playing multiplayer or something like that, you can get inside that basket. Once it's hooked up, the door will give you the option to open and close the door, but you can't do it manually from outside here. Then the basket can be lifted up to wherever you want to lift it up to. High buildings if you're looking for collectibles on a map or something like that. I mean, however you want to go about it. And then the beam over here is basically a long I-beam with tension straps all the way along it for picking up whatever you want to pick up with it. And then I went to go and grab it. I thought rather than grab each of them by crane, I went and grabbed them with the telehandler. And it hooked up to the telehandler. All of them hooked up to the telehandler. I've got a CSZ big bag handle on the front, and watch. It gives you the option. Oh, I did that, but there you go. So hook up to that. And then we've got tension straps all the way along it. So whatever it is you want to pick up, you can. And I thought, oh, I wonder, will this work with logs? It absolutely will. So as far as the beam goes, yes, it will attach the large crane, but let's go with that. Look at that. Now, I haven't tried it on trailers. The thing is, it's one of those things that people will put in the comments, what about this, what about that? There are so many mods, there are so many things, there are so many items, there are so many vehicles, trailers, whatever it might be. I can't test everything. I can't test. It might just be the particular mod you're asking about I haven't checked or tested, but it has got tension straps. It will hook up to things. It's just absolutely bonkers. And like I say, these will hook up to other cranes and attachments, not just the big crane. But that being said, while we're on the subject of the big crane, we have got on the big crane, it's not the mod of the big, we're not looking at the big crane per se, but we can rotate that head round to get the angle we want. When we get to where we want, we attach it, and we can raise that up, and again we can rotate it. So whatever we've got on it can be rotated. I mean, you could use it as a bridge if you wanted to get from, across a large river. Extend it out, take it up, whatever you want to do with it. It's absolutely... oh dear, I love it. And I say, it doesn't have to be with this big crane. You can use it with the smaller excavators. There are plenty of crane type mods. There are lots of trailers and stuff that have got crane attachments and stuff on them. So we attach them to that. If I bring that all the way in, and then swing over to this one. If I brought that too close now, potentially. Oh no. There we go. Hook up to the basket. Now if I look at this one now, open and close cover, that will open and close the door. Now I did wonder whether it was like the Kubota DLC, whether it will give you passenger options. It doesn't say that it does, and I tried the different camera angles because I thought, well, maybe one of the camera angles will put you in the basket, but it doesn't. Because I thought, well, that'd be cool if you can control the crane from the basket, but I haven't got that option. But anyway, and that can be picked up with pallet forks as well. If you look underneath that, it has got an option for pallet forks on there as well. So like I say, I mean, just have a play around with. I mean, that's very cool for moving vehicles and machinery and stuff like that around, but for me, that's the really useful bit. I don't know, I mean, it's all useful, but that to me, I think that stands out. I'm going to be trying all sorts of stuff with that, I think. These you will find under tools, under miscellaneous, 8 grand for the crane lift, 6 grand for the basket, 2 grand for the beam. Options on these, we can change the main colour, like that, and then the stripe colour, anything on that pallet. The crane lift basket, we can just change the main colour on, and then the crane lift beam, again just the main colour, like that. But I think that's brilliant, very, very cool indeed. That's the tools for big cranes by FS Miner. Next we've got over here, I'm not going to get through all these, I'm starting to panic now. Right, okay, I didn't want to split this into two. I'm going to have to do the fibre separately anyway, but just looking at all we've got left, I don't think I'm going to get it done. Okay, the Mahindra 9125CL by Meinis modding. This is 1.52 megabyte download, 3 slots on console, front loader. Have we got a Mahindra? I'm trying to think, have we got a Mahindra tractor mod on console? We might have. It's more for small tractors because of the height of this, where the bend is. Larger tractors, you can hook it up to a larger tractor, but then the fork section doesn't come down to the ground, so it is designed for smaller tractors. You will find it under front loaders, just there, £5 to buy, 50 horsepower required to operate it, and we can change the main colour to anything on that pallet there. We whizzed into there. Come on, whiz, there we go. And it's a front loader. It does front loadery type things. The Mahindra 9125CL by Meinis modding. Next, on the back, we've got this. Representative of 3. This is the Kuhn GMD 100 pack by AgrarDesignAustria. 29.55 megabytes download, 7 slots each. We've got a 2.5, a 2.8 and a 3.1. I've gone for the 3.1. These you will find under mowers. So we start with the 2.4, the 2.8, the 3.1. Slot counts 7, come down to 1. 31 horsepower required, 36 horsepower or 41 horsepower required. Options are the same on all 3. We've got Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3. Those are your options. What we'll do is unfold the mower. I probably should have a slightly larger tractor for this. Really nice animation on that. And I mean, again, you look and think, oh, it's just a set of mowers, but the level of detail on that, staggering quality. We can turn it on while it's still up, so we can have a look underneath there and see everything doing what it should be doing. Sound effects are taken for real mowers, as far as it says in the description of it. Lower it down. Why is that not lowering down? There we go. I don't think I've got enough horsepower. I should have enough horsepower. It doesn't take a lot. But these ride as well with the suspension sort of unit on there. That'll ride on the ground as well. And that gradual wind down on the rotors as well. Very cool. The Kuhn GMD 100 pack by AgrarDesignAustria. Next, we've got this. This is the Unia Grudziadz PZ1A by Zimov. 3.88 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. It is a plough. I'm sure we've already got this. I think that might be just the one, but this is the 1A. It's very peculiar. Anyway, under ploughs, just there, well, it says PZ1, and then it gives you option 20 horsepower required, 0.6 metre, PZ1, and then the PZ1A. Changes the attacher on the top. You've got additional small ploughs with or without. You've got wheel scrubber with or without. We've got position downwards or upwards, that's for the cutting disc on there. And then we've got main colour, anything on that pallet, like that. So, we've got the option to create fields if you want to, or extend fields, or just plough field that already exists. And that's interesting that that is not creating a field. Open crane tool. Ah, there we go. As I say, that's weird. We do actually have to wind it all the way in. Blimey, that's the level I haven't come across before, and that's still not doing it though. There we go. Blimey, that's a bit of a palaver, isn't it? A bit of a palaver. Very realistic though, I have to say. Again, that's my fault. That's making an assumption. Every plough, you know, you just go on and you lower it down and away it goes. But the fact it's got that extra, you actually have to find the depth to get it to operate. That's craziness. Very cool though. Look at that. That's fantastic detail. The Unia Grudziadz PZ1A by Zimov. Next we have got this. This is the Lizard Tornado 550 by Zemek 23433. Is that right? Please tell me it's right. 7.58 megabytes download. It's a Tedder. It is 7 slots, 5.5 meters wide. You'll find it under said location, under Tedders, just there. 12 grand. Slot count comes down to 1. 50 horsepower required. We've got sticker options 1, 2, 3, back to 1 again. Attach a colour, and then we've got colour of creative barriers as our options. Unfold. Better check this for other options. I think it's as simple as turn it on and lower it, I think. Please be that simple. 5.5 meters wide of tedding goodness. The Lizard Tornado 550 by Zemek 23433. Next. Actually, I was going to start with this, but I'm not. I'm going to start with this on this bit. This is the Göweil GFM by AgrarDesignAustria. 4.18 megabytes download, 4 slots. This is a decorative objects only. Kind of a front weight, I suppose, technically. You will find it as bale wrappers. Just there, 4 grand. Slot count comes down to 1. Got a light kit, yes or no. We got foil rolls. Now you can go from 1 through to 16, but it does say in the description you got 1 through 16 or 14 plus 2 net wraps. Well, I've had no option come up anywhere for a net wrap option on that. I come all the way back through, back to no, and then back to 16 again. I haven't got an option for net wrap on that. I tried under other check balers, bale loaders, bale wrappers. It's just the foil wrap I've been given the option on. So you can kind of simulate the fact you're using foil wrap as you're baling if you want to. You can kind of reduce them, well, if you want to. You've got 3-point attacher, Euro and 3-point attacher options, foil colour, anyone on that palette. And it's decorative, as you can see on the front. It is a weight, it does have the light option. If we turn those on, there you go. I don't think that's indicators, I don't know. No, just lights though. That's, it does a job. It is technically a front weight, but a decorative one at that. That was by AgrarDesignAustria. Next we've got this. So this is the Lizard Zeus by Zemek 23433. Sorry, the Lizard Zeus 300. This is 8.68 megabytes download, 8 slots, 3 meters wide. It is a disc harrow, as you can see. You will find it under disc harrows. Right there, 14 grand, slot count comes down to 1, 100 horsepower required, 3 meter cultivator fans. I know technically it's under disc harrows, but it still does the same thing. We've got the option of tubular roller, string roller, packer roller, ring roller, or back to tubular. Main colour, any one of those. So this should be a shallow cultivator, because that's generally what they do. We have to unfold it first. Not on the back, was I? Oh blimey, there you go. That's that unfolds at the front. Fold that and lift it. Sorry. That's what it does to show you the unfolding process. Let's switch the back. There we go. Right. Drop it down. Unfold it. Unfold it first. Nice sound effects. Nice animation. Drop it down. Now, do we have any options for adjustment on this? No, that's just on the front. Yep. There we go. Shallow cultivation, 3 meters wide. The Lizard Zeus 300 by Zemek 23433. Next, we've got the Evers Toric by Vertex Design. This is under slurry spreaders. It is the rear unit on this. It's a cultivator spreader. So is this here. This is 18.49 megabytes download, 9 slots, 6 meters wide. You will find it under slurry tanks. out on the very end there, 28,500, 80 horsepower required, slot count comes down to 1, no options, you get it just like that. So disc harrow with roller on the back, but you spread your slurry through it. You are going to need a slurry spreader with an attachment for this to work. And when it hooks up, all the pipes should all connect together. Unfold it. It does have lighting on and indicators. Switch that on, drop the whole unit down. We are cultivating and fertilising at the same time. We do have the option to activate double application. At the moment we're going at 10 miles an hour. If I activate that, that halves our speed but doubles our application. So we're getting both of our fertilising states done in one go. There you go. Turn that off. Raise it up and fold it. That's the Evers Toric by Vertex design. Next, we've got this. This is the Lizard Banshee 350 by SleutjesModding. You will find it under vehicles, under, was it cars or miscellaneous? I think it was cars. Just there, the Banshee, 2,650. Good grief. 60 horsepower, slot count comes down to 1. We've got the option of standard, big claw, small claw. I went big claw. We've got vinyls, standard, custom vinyls, 2, 3, custom vinyl 4, 5, 6. Back to standard. If I put one of those on, to be able to see. Handlebar protection, yes or no. Puts a foam pad on there. Front lights, yes or no. Exhaust, standard, chromed. Custom, chromed, main colour, anything on that palette. Let's go with that. Oh, that's interesting. It did the underside. Chassis, anything on that palette. Does all of that. And then vinyls. Well, it does the whole lot if you've gone for vinyls. That's interesting. I thought it was just going to do the shapes. Ugh, I'm not sure I like that. Then seat and accessories. We can pick a colour for that, so you can see the straps where your feet go as well, engine cover, seat cover, that kind of thing. And then the rim colour option, we can just go for a silver, or again, anything on that palette. It's entirely up to you. Those are your choices. We'll hop on. There's no horn. Lights. 62 miles an hour. There's a little bit of suspension movement on it, as you can see. First person. There you go. That's the Lizard Banshee by SleutjesModding. Next, like I said, the Fibre Dash, I don't know, honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do that. My brain melted when I was trying to look at it all. And with 2 maps as well, I'll get onto them as best I can. But what we're going to look at next, now this is not without issues, I'm going to be totally honest. I'm going to start here. This is the Liebherr R960 by Kenny456. This is a pack, 49.16 megabytes download. I've got a whole separate list of notes for this one because of what was on it. We've got the SME and we've got the Demolition. This is the SME, it says on the side SME. We'll get to the Demolition in a moment. Really, really nicely made excavator mod. But this is a pack because it comes with a whole load of attachment. Clamshell buckets, standard buckets, attachment attachers. We've got various different grabs for logging. Yeah, we'll let me show the vehicle first. Let's go to miscellaneous. So we start here with the SME, 260 grand. Slot count on these then. So the SME 17 slots, the Demolition is 15 slots. The SME has that already built in, that arm, thing. We've got fast coupler auto tilt, yes or no. We've got cab protection. It starts on, but you can take it off. We've got windows, standard or tinted. We've got main colour, anything on that palette, which does all of that. We've got main colour 2, which does all of that. We've got cab colour, which does that. We've then got tracks colour, which does the tracks. So you can really mix and match what you're going for. Now, same options apply on this. Cab protection, yes or no. We've got same tint, same colours, cab colour, track colour all the way through on that. This is the demolition option. We come out of there and we come down to our tools and go to miscellaneous to start off with. And we go to here. So we have got this, the R960 arm, 70 grand. The arm is 6 slots, comes down to 1. We've got the 15 metre boom plus 11. We've got 15 metre plus 9. So you see that bottom section changes. Then we've got a 12 and 11 and a 12 and 9. So you can change the size of this, the scale of it, an additional arm that with a much longer reach across building sites, whatever it is you want to do. Fast couple of auto tilt, yes or no. Main colour, again, anything on that palette. And main colour does all of that. Your pistons, hydraulics and stuff, but also the framework around it. We've then got clamshell, bucket, dangle and fixed. The dangle hangs and just spins on its own. The fixed, on all of these, you've got the option to rotate it yourself and manually adjust the angle of it, whereas the other one will just hang, that one doesn't. So these are both 3,000 litres and take pretty much everything. Options on these, we've just got main colour. Don't want to keep going for red. We've got the universal bucket, a 2,500 litre and a 5,000 litre. These are fixed. Again, we've got collision with the materials, yes or no. So it depends how you want that to run. Levelers, active or activate or deactivate. So you can use it as a leveler, and a main colour option on there, which changes like so. Then we've got the tools adapter. Now the tools adapter, you can attach front loader, telehandler, wheel loader and skid steer loader tools. It's compatible with the Volvo stuff. However, it does say all wheel loader, front loader in the description, but it wouldn't hook up to the L180. The big bucket, the 10,000 litre one. It wouldn't hook up to that one, but it will hook up to pretty much everything else, which is pretty cool. We then come from there to our forestry equipment and we roll across till we get to here. So we've got log grapple, dangle and fixed. The log grapples, the buckets were 3 slots. The tools adapter was 4 slots. The log grapples, we've got 3, 4, 3, 3. So we've got smaller grapples and then we've got larger grapples, again dangle or fixed. Options on these, just main colour. I'm going to pick a different colour this time, there we go. And the same on these, just main colour options. We've then got our harvester headers, again dangle or fixed, so if you want to be more precise with how you want it angled you can. 30 grand for each of those. Slot count of 4 comes down to 1. Main colour, anything on that palette, and then main colour changes that section like that. Then we've got this. Now this thing, this wood shit is nuts. It took me ages to get it to work properly. But the wood shit, 2 slots, colour option. So let me show you a couple of things first then. Let's jump in this and start it up. We've got control group crane, control group cab. On crane we've got our up, down, left, right. R1 we've got our out, back, and we've got our tilt of our head just there. Depending on what head you've got on there will depend on whether you've got rotation or not. If we go to control group cab, we've then got the option for raising our cab like that to get the angle right if you want to follow the arm. Now that's more relevant if you've got that real long arm extension, because it makes it like a massive crane, but we've still got the other options are exactly the same. So what we are going to do, switch back to that, and we're going to go to that. So we hook up that. As you can see, this one's fixed, not dangling. So we've got our movement there. We've got L1, R1, rotation of that, so that's our rotation, open and close of the clamshell, but the dangle one just hangs. We've then got our bucket. This is your sort of standard, once you've got your option for however you want to do it, you can. We've got a hook option. Now something else I want to point out at this moment is on the end of this we have got a hook. And we do also have, if I can rotate that out like that, we do have a tension strap on there. So you can tension strap things onto that, which is interesting because it's not, the tension strap doesn't work through the log grapples, but it does work on the end of that, but that will come with a warning, which you'll see. I hope I don't crash the game. This is our attacher for implements. Again, rotation, up, down, left, right, shake it all about, that kind of thing. And that's just a wheel loader pallet fork. You can raise and lower that up. do our rotation, up and down, tilt, twist, and shout, and you know, whatever you want to do. So that will attach to all the various different things it already said it will attach to. Back that off. No. There we go. And then finally I'll grab one of the large grapples. All the other stuff I've got out on the field, but there we go. Again, this is fixed, not a dangle. So if you've gone for the dangle option, it will just hang. I think I've got one of them or two of them out there. You'll be able to see our rotation, our open and our close. Like I said, tension strap. If I click the tension strap, it clicks the tension strap up here, not down in the grab. So the grab doesn't have tension straps as far as I can tell. So that's all those implements. Now bear with me. So I've got our harvester header. Now our harvester header, I've gone for a dangle. Look, there you go. So that's the dangle one, not one that's fixed. We do have the option to tilt the head. So if you want to pick logs up from the ground and start harvesting, you can. We turn on the header. Does that. We can change our cut length right the way through to max. I think 20 is the largest it goes. 15, 20, then max. That will cut a full tree. Then back to 2.5 and we can roll through. And then as far as cutting trees, it works the same as any other harvester header. He says cut, lift, pull it back, swing to the side. There we go. Again, our options for camera. Did I show it on the other one? I didn't, but these are our camera angles. I know I showed it on the large thing, didn't I? The crane. So those are our camera angles. That's pretty cool actually. I like that. Back out, turn that off. Now we move on to this. So this is the log grapple, and that's, I think that this was a dangle as well. Start the engine, and this, I'm really hoping this doesn't all go haywire. So dangling log grapple, open and close. But what I wanted to show you was what I said about the if I close that, round that, there we go, you can raise and lower it. If I do the rotation of the head now, but if we do tension belts, it doesn't tension belt around the log. That's what I was saying. Now, please don't go horribly wrong. If I detach that now, you'll see the tension strap is on there. Now when I tried this earlier, because I thought, well, that's really cool having the tension strap on there, I tension strapped onto a log and it catapulted the crane across the map. So it's just something to be aware of. So there's our tension strap. Oh, okay, alright. So the tension strap on that bit there will grab logs, things like that. Might do pallets, might do vehicles. I haven't tried everything, but it will do. Oh, it didn't catapult me into the shadow realm, that's good. So, as you can see, the tension strap on the end works really well. Really cool. Now we move on to the big arm. The big arm and this crazy thing for cutting people out of cars, that kind of thing. So, we start this up and we put the long arm on. Sorry about that mild interruption. I'll probably edit that out. So, this is the demolition version. And depending on what arm length you've gone for, we hook it on like so. All the scaffolding goes away, it locks into place. Lighting on this is phenomenal. And look at, I went for the big one. Of course I did. I mean, of course I'm going to. Now, so L1, right stick up and down, side to side. R1, right stick side to side. Does the end there, and this has also got a tension strap on it, so if you need it. And then up and down. So I'm going to raise that up and down. Please don't hit the ground. Just come all the way out again. Does out to there, and then obviously we've got L1, R1, and left stick side to side, which does that. So as far as adjustment on what you can do, I mean, it's absolutely nuts. But this is what I was saying about it's not without its issues. One was going to be, I was saying about catapulting the crane, but I've had this issue with this one, is that driving forwards and backwards sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But then I found if I put cruise control on, it doesn't want to move. I even had it a little while ago where one track was spinning, the other one wasn't.
I couldn't, but if I now just accelerate myself without cruise control, it goes no problem. I don't know why it's doing it. It could be something to do with that crane arm, it could be a collision on it, I really don't know. But this thing is absolutely gargantuan. Now, onto this thing. I tell you what, my depth perception is terrible. Let's see if we can get a bit closer to that. Bring that in, there we go. So, let's hook up to the jaws of life, shall we? And I say the jaws of life, no. So we can turn on the wood shear, we'll do that in a minute. L1, R1, right stick, up and down, and side to side. So we can rotate it, open and close it. Now, no, I'm not. See, I won't drive again. I'm accelerating now, and nothing. I've got nothing. But if I change camera angle, watch this. Change camera angle, and now it will let me drive. Change camera angle again, and it will let me drive. And now it is. I don't know why. It just seems to be freezing every now and again. Done it again. Look, track slipping. Won't let me move. I don't understand. Anyway, let's get onto this if we can. So let's go onto there. There we go. Did you hear that crunch? That's just honestly, what the? Swing that. Swing that. Drop that. Bring that in a little bit closer, shall we? Oh, I could play with this all day long. That is just, honestly, is that not just wow? So we can get this a little bit. That thing is absolutely bonkers. That's the shear. That's on the demolition out. Like I said, I will have missed something. I know I will. And I know I'm blitzing through all of this. But blimey. That thing. Whoa. Now, I don't know if it will cut through anything else. It may do. Again, I haven't tested it. It's designed for cutting through trees. I did try and do it on a tree that was standing. To try and cut a tree down. But I couldn't get it to cut. That's not to say it won't. I couldn't get it to do it. I think it is designed for cutting up trees that have already been cut down. But anyway, that's the pack. That's the Liebherr R960 by Kenny 456. We've still got more to go. So, next, we've got this. This is the Valmet 1203 by AEN Design, 57.21 megabytes download, 25 slots and 26 slots. We've got a two-wheel drive option and a four-wheel drive option. Now, I'm going to show you on the four-wheel drive option. The options are pretty much the same on both, but the four-wheel drive option's got some extra tyre choice options, obviously, because it's four-wheel drive. It's got some on the front. The two-wheel drive option has got twins on the back, but it doesn't have twin options on the front. The four-wheel drive one does. This is a really nice looking tractor, actually. A lot of detail on this. It sounds fantastic as well, but the options are nuts. And like I say, there's still a pack to go, which I know people are going to be annoyed, but honestly, I'm thinking time-wise already. There's just no way. I'm going to show you just very quickly. So the final one I'm going to look at is the Lizard 4-pack by Kashtan 18. It's 86.26 megabytes download. We've got two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive options in each of them. We've got the C385, the C385A, the 902, the 904, the 1002, the 1004, the 912, the 914, 1012, 1014. And all of them are packed to the gills with options. And I mean ludicrous amount of options. Even if I did that as a mod review in its own right, that would take me 40 minutes. Easily, if I went through all the options. Now, some of them will duplicate, and the pack is, don't get me wrong, the pack is phenomenal. The level of detail, the options on it, and if you're a big fan of this style of tractor, there is absolutely going to be something for you, because the options are phenomenal. The level of detail, the attention to detail, the time taken to do the mod pack is phenomenal. But it will just take way too long to go through all of the options to show you them all. But just to say that the pack is here, it is cool. I'm going to show you one of the tractors, and we'll run through the options on one of them just to give you a flavour. But then I would absolutely say go in and dig in and have a go. It might be, I don't want to go through and show you everything, and people say, well, I'm not really interested in that tractor. And I know that's always a risk with mod reviews. But anyway, that being said, I just jumped out there. We are on this, the Valmet 1203 and 1203-4. 1203-4 being the four-wheel drive. So,
excuse me, slot counts, as I said, were 25 and 26. I'll show you on this one the options available. So we've got the 1203 and we've got the home tuned, both the same. So 110 horsepower, 135, that's the same on both. We've then got Nokian, Trelleborg, BKT, Continental, Michelin, Meinis, Vredestein, back again. Under Nokian we've got, I'm not going to read them all out, but we've got, that's cool. Trelleborg, the narrow is quite cool. BKT, Continental, Michelin, Meinis, Vredestein, back to Nokian. Which one had an industrial? Did I dream that? I thought it was Continental. Wide, twin. Maybe I dreamt that. I could have sworn there was. Then we've got option of pre-filters. On the top we've got standard, Cyclone 1, Cyclone 1 high, Cyclone 2, Cyclone 2 high. Stickers, we've got no. We've got rear window, puts a Valmet sticker in the back. We've got a sticker on the front hood, or both. I think I went for just rear. Fresh air blower, puts a sort of aircon unit on the roof, yes or no. Working lights, we've got front, we've got rear, or both. Adds additional lights on. Front weight, it runs through a whole load of options. These are side suitcase ones, 60 kilo right the way through to 420. Then we go front to back weights. I suppose technically still suitcase, are they? 50 kilo right the way through, I think, to 450, no, 500 on there. Then back off again. Beacon light, yes or no, so it's one on the left hand side. We've got wheel weights, that goes inside. So we've got wheel weights, 160, 320, 480, 640, or off again. We've got front fender, yes or no. There were some other options, I'm sure there were. Let me go back to here. I'm going to run out of time. Let's go back to a standard tyre. Oh no, it was the other tractor. So I say so many options. I'm trying to. Front fenders, yes or no. Then we've got export options. So you've got standard wing mirrors. You've got Swedish wing mirrors, and then you've got Norway that takes off the triangle but puts the mirrors back. So that one standard, then that one, then that one. We've then got attachers standard or with an extra towing device on there. We've got pressure air kit on the top, puts a cylinder above the windscreen if you want that on there. Front ladder attacher, quick, lizard, no, and then license plate option on there. So hop in, start it up. Horn, lights if you've gone for the extra package, beacon. So R1 and right stick side to side opens that window, and I love the movement of the handle inside as well. It's really, really well done. But look at the detail on that sticker on the window. Just staggering. Then L1, we've got open hood, which does that for a bit of maintenance. We've got open cover, which takes the cover off the side there, so we can open hood and cover for a bit of maintenance. L1, R1, left stick side to side, does the rear window. Again, really cool with the latch operation on that. And you notice the rear window flaps down in there as well, look at that. Very cool. And then we've got left stick side to side opens that door, right stick up and down opens that door. Great sound effects when it goes as well. First person, really, really nicely made mod. Oh, found all them bumps. There you go. That's the Valmet 1203 by AEN Design. The next one's going to be really quick. It's this one here, and this is beautiful. Gorgeous little thing. This is the John Deere AOS by EY Modding, 6.92 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. You'll find this under small tractors. There are no options on this. just there, 7,500, 18 horsepower. You get it just like that, but by golly, I'm surprised it's not one where you stand up actually. Listen to it. Oh! First person. That is really, really cool. I could listen to that spluttering away all day. That's brilliant. That's the John Deere 80S by EY Modding. So the last of the mods I'm going to be looking at today, and like I say, part of is this. So this is the Lizard 4-pack by Cashstan 18, 86.26 megabytes download. Now, as I said, I don't want to take anything away from the modder because this is a phenomenal mod, incredibly well made, loads and loads of detail. So, if we go back to our small tractors, so the C385 is what I've gone for. I'm just gonna pick one at random just to give you a flavour. Let's go with the 902 two-wheel drive, or should I do with the four-wheel drive? We'll go four-wheel drive. So we've got attachers front and back. So we've got Type 1. Type 2, Type 3, Type 4, then back to Type 1. We've got engine setup. We've got the 904 at 76 horsepower. Then we've got the fast transmission. So it stays at 76 horsepower, but it goes from 17 miles an hour to 23 miles an hour. Those are the options. We've got wheel brand. We've got Lizard 1, Lizard 2. Did that change at all? Lizard 1, Lizard 2. Yes, it did. We've got Vredestein. We've got Lizard 3, Continental, Meinis, back to Lizard 1. We've got wheel setup. Now again, I'm going to go through all of them. We've got standard, wheel weights, wide and weights, back to standard, Lizard 2. I think it's pretty much the same. Vredestein. Continental, yeah. Yep. Meinis. And there are so many small idiosyncrasies with each vehicle that you could go through each of them and think, I can't see anything different. And I don't want to say the options are the same in all of them, because they're not. There are tiny differences, and the level of detail on each of these models is incredible. Back to Lizard 1. We've then got decals, Type 1 or Type 2 or off. So you can have the decals with the white background, decal on its own, no decal. Front weight, 100, where did that go? Is that inside the block? Yes, inside the block. 100 kilo. Underneath, 180. On the front, 250, 290, 500, 625, 675. Wow, they're throwing everything at it. 680. Let's just throw more metal on the front. And then no. Fenders. Now this is where the fenders, I was getting confused with the other one. So this one we've got fenders 1, fenders. Let's go here. Fenders standard, wide, extended, high, back again. I think I went high. Then front fenders, Type 1, Type 2, plastic, or no. I think I went for that. Mud flaps, short, long at the front, back to, or no, and then short again. I think I went short. Front lights, we got Type 1 through 4, I think it is. 2, 3, 4, back to 1 again. Roof setup, Type 1, with lights, with beacon. Next type, with lights, rear lights and beacon. Type 7, Type 8, Type 9, Type 10, Type 11, 12, back to Type 1. Exhaust in the hood or off to the side. We've then got steering wheel, Type 1. I think we run through with steering knob and knot and about 4 different steering wheel options, I think it is. Moves the seat slightly as well. If you notice, the seat's gone back there because the steering wheel's a little bit higher up. We've got hood straight or cut off. I do like that cut off. That's like quite cool. We've got front loader attacher, lizard, no. Those are our 2 options. Cabin colour, anything on that palette like that. We've got wheel weight colour. I didn't go for wheel weights. That's probably not going to help, is it? There we go. Front weights. So put those on either. I'm having a right old day of it. Front weight. Let's go grey. There we go. Or silver. Engine colour. Let's change that to that, so you can see all of that. Body colour. Anything on that palette. Roof colour. I told you. Options galore. And then grille. Brass. Silver. We can roll through a load of different options. Rim colour. And license plate. And that's just for one of them. But that being said, it sounds great, it looks great. We can remove the hood completely, like that, again for a bit of maintenance. Put that back on again. Raise the... oh, this was really cool, right? So look at the hand and the arm movement. So if we raise and lower that, like that and that, you can see the hand moving, which is brilliant. In cab you just see the lever moving, but I love that animation. But that's for raising and lowering of our link arms. I think that was it for that. Horn, lights if we've gone for the extra light options, beacon options. It gets up there. Now I'm going to apologise again for anyone who's annoyed that I'm not going through all of them. And if you're annoyed about the fibre dash I'm not going through yet because I don't want to get it all wrong. And without, and it's going to be hours and hours of going through that, and even then I don't know when I will do the mod review on it because it's, I mean, honestly, I know DJ did a video on it, he got early access to it, and he messaged me to say he'd been on the phone for an hour and a half with BC Bueller going through all the aspects of it to make sure he got it right. I don't want to do a disservice to the modder, and I don't want people to say, oh, you know, you can spend hours and hours, you make a mistake, get something wrong, you get clobbered. That being said, I might not even go into the mod review on it. I honestly don't know. Anyway, that's it for most of the mods. Like I say, there are 2 maps as well. Great Grandfather's Farm by AE Mapping and Frickenfelden by Lort Modding. I'll get onto those when I can as well. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.